Community suggestions play a big role in Minecraft updates. Mojang uses suggestions to see what the community wants. There has been a lot of instances throughout the years of Minecraft updates where Mojang takes suggestions or inspiration from the community to make the game that people want to play. Today, I have 10 things that were inspired or suggested by the community that were added to Minecraft. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Today, the Zombified Pigmen is a mob commonly found in the Nether, but were originally added in Alpha 1.2, the Halloween update, and were originally called Zombie Pigmen. But why were they added? Well, a user named McLee suggested Pigmen to be peaceful townspeople. McLee kept bugging Notch about Pigmen for a while, until Zombified Pigmen were added in the Nether update. McLee then made a post which says, "Bored, so I made the bacon cape," with the cape file attached, and Notch actually gave it to him, even though he made it as a sort of joke. After a while, Notch did end up taking away the cape from McLee, because people kept complaining that they couldn't get the cape. But that's the story of why Mojang added Pigmen in Alpha 1.2, not as the peaceful town people McLee suggested, but as the zombified piglin we find in the Nether today. Chickens have basically always been able to drop eggs, but in the beginning, eggs had absolutely no use. But later, they were suddenly throwable and had a chance to pop out baby chickens. But why was that feature added? Well, in 2010, the Twitter user Wild suggested throwable eggs to Notch, and told him he would eat his USB drive if Notch added them. Then, Wild posted a follow-up image of him eating his USB drive, and asked Notch where his throwable eggs are. Notch miraculously responded, and said that he was making it spawn a baby chick 1/8 of the time. In the next update, Notch actually added it, and now you can egg your friend's house or make an auto chicken farm today, because of a joke tweet from 16 years ago. In the summer of 2011, Minecraft was developing Beta 1.8, the Adventure Update, the biggest update yet, with tons of new additions, and some of Minecraft's core mechanics were made in this update. But one thing added in this update was the Enderman. The Enderman is one of Minecraft's most famous mobs, mostly for its creepy stature. But how was it created, and how did it get its name? Well, one day, Notch posted a teaser of the new update, showing a new tall creepy mob. Notch did not give the name of the mob, which led to the user Drodsnop replying Slenderman because of its tall creepy stature, similar to the Slenderman. Notch replied he was going to name it Enderman as a reference to Slenderman, and that's how we have the Enderman's name here in Minecraft today. In 2014, Mojang was deep in development of 1.8, the Bountiful update, adding a bunch of new building blocks, but also adding rabbits. But in the same update, if you name a rabbit Toast, it changes its color to black and white texture. But why exactly can you do this? Well, a little bit before this, in the same year, a Reddit user created a post on r/Minecraft suggestions asking to add his girlfriend's missing rabbit to Minecraft. Somehow, a Mojang developer by the name of Raine saw this post and agreed that this bunny texture was coming to the game. And in the snapshot 14W27A, this bunny Easter egg was added, later coming to the official 1.8 release. This is a really cool feature, and this Easter egg's texture even got a cool update in the Tiny Takeover drop from a couple months ago. Alex is one of the most iconic default skins, having around 5 million users wearing the skin on Java Edition alone. But why did it become a default skin? Well, throughout the game's history, people have been asking for a female default skin. Quote, "Just an idea, but why not make a gender for characters in Minecraft? Make a character specifically made for girls. And why not add gender-different default skins?" But during 2014, it got loud enough to where Mojang devs actually added it. Alex, a brand new default skin with a brand new slim skin feature, meant for female skins like Alex. Alex getting added also stopped the flooding of female skin suggestions. Quote, "Also, we can finally stop hearing the female option suggestions." But it is cool to know that we have the slim skin feature because the community came together to add something to the game. The mob vote was introduced at Minecon Earth 2017, with options being the Barnacle, the Phantom, the Great Hunger, and the Wildfire. The Phantom ended up winning and got added to the game. 4 more mob votes ended up happening with 4 different winners. These mob votes were meant to bring the community together, but instead it split the community. The mob votes started getting hate for this reason, and got shut down in 2024. The idea of mob votes was a cool idea to gather the community together, but it did also turn the community against each other. But nonetheless, it did help add mobs the community would want to see in Minecraft. Turtles were added to the game because of the Reddit and Minecraft user, Billy K. Billy K first suggested turtles over 12 years ago, but Billy K didn't stop there. He kept posting how cool turtles would be every month or so, and somehow he became a legend on the Minecraft subreddit. But then, 3 years after Billy K's original post, Mojang announced Update Aquatic. And now, Billy K and others said it was the perfect time for turtles to be added, and they did get added in Update Aquatic. And Mojang even gave Billy K a special cape, made just for him that suits his skin, and this time, it didn't get removed shortly after. In 2017, a little boy started a petition on change.org to raise awareness to bees. He asked Mojang if they could add them to Minecraft. The post ended up getting 100 supporters in 24 hours, but Mojang was busy in their planned updates until 2 years later, in 1.15, they decided to add bees and a bunch of new bee-related blocks. Mojang never publicly stated that they added bees to the game because of this petition, but why else would they add bees to the game? Bees add some amazing ambiance to Minecraft, and I love that they got added in this way. On August 22nd, 2018, feedback was posted, titled A Mangrove Forest, on minecraftfeedback.com. A year later, another user suggested frogs and tadpoles, and in September of 2019, Mojang announced the second biome vote coming to Minecon Earth in 2019, with 3 different biome contenders: mountains with goats and powdered snow, badlands with vultures and tumbleweeds, and finally, swamps with mangrove trees and frogs. The mountains ended up winning, but how did we get the mangrove in Minecraft today then? Well, in the same biome vote I just mentioned, it was very close between the mountains and swamps, with mountains getting 53% of the community votes, and swamps getting 47% of the community votes. Leading to the posts I mentioned suggesting them getting a lot of votes, and ending up with 7,000 in total between the two. And so Mojang added Mangroves and Frogs into the game in the Wild update on June 7th, 2022. And we should expect to see more close call losers being added to the game, like how we saw recently with the Copper Golem. The TNT Sulfur Cubes ability to explode when activated is a really cool addition to the 26.2 update as a whole, and makes it one of the most stood out blocks that can be absorbed by the Sulfur Cube. But how did TNT Sulfur Cubes come to the game? Well, it started from the second Minecraft Live of 2026, an hour after it ended, a user posted, "Sulfur Cubes can absorb TNT," which has 300 votes as of July 2026, and also many others suggested TNT Sulfur Cubes, including Phoenix SC, and on April 22nd, TNT Sulfur Cubes were finally available in snapshots. And Mojang even mentioned how much the community was asking for TNT Sulfur Cubes in the second Minecraft Live of 2026 at TwitchCon. And anyways, if you did enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing, because it would really mean the world to me. But as always, thanks for watching.